I felt so sad about it. I was like, what do you mean? Because I was like, oh my God, I'll get like teary-eyed if I think about it. You know, I feel like he could sense that I was just like maybe in like a rougher spot. Cause like, and I think he was like just trying to push me even though I didn't have it anyways. And it was really nice. And I think I'll always be so thankful for those pushes.
One of the things that kind of affected me the most was, so early on, I played with Tinakitten, and I knew like, wow, she's like really good personality, and I would try and like push her and like encourage her to do content. And I felt comfortable with that because she's just such a like bright soul.
Yes, she is.
What made me super uncomfortable was one day I returned from Canada because I was in Canada for 3 months for personal reasons. I remember once I got back, one of the girls mentioning, it's like, oh yeah, some people feel really weird about you and Tina.
Wait, what do you mean girls? Just like one of our friends? That's
one of our friends who like hangs out with the girls. And I remember saying like, oh yeah, some friends aren't really like, think it's weird that you're spending so much time with her, and like questioning your intentions, like, oh, she's like 7 years younger than you, right? Implying I'm essentially like had ulterior motives.
Did you guys even spend much time together, or was it mostly like stream stuff?
It was just stream stuff. I would message her about like when she should stream, like, oh, you didn't stream this week.
That's so nice.
Like your older brother, right? Yeah.
And
did you do your homework?
Yeah, after that, I like kind of didn't interact with her as much because like, oh, I don't want people thinking it's like a weird thing or I'm interested.
So sad,
That's very sad.
Yeah, no, after that, I was like making the lobbies were a little less fun because I knew when people made that comment, it wasn't because they were actually concerned about like me grooming her.
They were jealous of the attention and the push you were giving certain people more.
Yeah, because like I've heard this from people in the friend group where it's like I kind of have like a golden boy or golden girl that I really try and push a lot and focus on. And it's true, like over the years, I kind of like, oh wow, this guy's really great. I'm gonna like play with him. This girl's really great. I'm gonna play with her. And I think people were a little jealous that all of this extra effort is going into this girl who's never streamed before, who's been part of the friend group for so long and is reaching like really high numbers. And they wanted to like say, oh, why wasn't it me? Well, it's probably because he's not interested in me and interested in her. But I knew like it was more insecurity
than anything else,
than like actual malice. But after that, I'm like, okay, I'm done with these lobbies.
What? Do you regret letting that influence how you interacted with Tina?
I very much regret that. I regret trying to make everyone happy.
Yeah.
Because
especially when they're kind of
Can't
ill-intended.
Yeah.
Can't make everyone happy.
At the beginning, I wasn't aware, so it wasn't an issue. Like, fuck everyone, right? I'm having a great time. And then in the middle, it was like, oh, well, this person's sad. This person's not happy because you did this, because you didn't invite them. And I was like, okay, I'm going to make 4 lobbies. I'm going to go through all these different kind of people. I'm going to like get everyone included. And then I got really burnt out. And I kind of just wish I stayed with my...
Like a burnt toast.
I'm going to play with people I care about.
I want to know your POV of when you were like coming into the creator space, because we had Toast on the show a little while ago, and he talked about it as well. I don't know if you've...
I saw that.
I'm so curious to hear your perspective on it all.
I felt so sad about it. I was like, what do you mean? Because I was like, oh my God, I'll get like teary-eyed if I think about it. But I was just like, I don't know. I found it like, I'm trying to remember exactly. I'm not going to be able to remember exactly what was said, but I just remember like the feeling I left from it. It was just kind of like, I don't know. Again, I think there were like maybe too many eyes, and it was a little bit weird, you know, and I think a lot of people felt pressured to behave or make decisions that they didn't actually want to do, if that makes sense.
No, it makes
to
sense.
avoid certain types of comments, right?
Yeah, because like, I think I knew that nothing was weird. He knew nothing was weird. And if anything, our like messages were always very like professional sounding. Like
I so know what you mean, because he messages me the same way.
He messages, he has that toast.
Dude, I couldn't believe when I heard like, I don't know, like some of the things that were said on this podcast, because I was like, I believe that was said, or even because I feel like our relationship was definitely very like
Platonic.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like
And I just remember he was very he gave me a lot of like guidance on like, cause like I had always like streamed as a hobby, right? Like prior to that. So I knew how to go live and like I knew like how to draw or maybe like even talk to chat and stuff like that sometimes. But I think at the time I didn't really have like a lot of confidence. It was like a lot of I hadn't gone to school when I wanted to, like when I was doing, you know, my day-to-day jobs, like working at the daycare, bagging groceries, like I could never like keep one. And so I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself, like as a human. And so I think like he would just kind of like push me to do it. Because I remember being in my mega unemployed arc, just sitting at home on my computer, and it'd be like, "Who needs a fill for Among? We need a fill for Among Us." And I'd be like, "I can fill. I love Among Us." Because I remember I would play board games and stuff too. So we, you know, do you remember like the board game era? We would just play some board games sometimes. So I was like, okay, like I feel like I can fill. Like I know these people, and then I would just like dip when like somebody else would show up. And then, so I just felt like from like the times that we did like play together, he wanted to just offer more guidance. And that's just all it ever really was. And I was always like super appreciative and thankful for it, because he would even try to like really like set me up well. I remember like one time, there was like this one time where he like set up a lobby with Ninja as like my first like stream. Like
nice.
As Among Us, I forgot my Twitch password, so I couldn't stream. I couldn't
so
log
funny.
in. I was locked out of my account. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. It was so awkward.
Imagine Toast's face.
Dude, it was like a disappointed father or something. I was like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. I fucked up. But that's honestly really all it was. Like he would just try to like, you know, I feel like he could sense that I was just like maybe in like a rougher spot. Cause like you can stream, you can like do all that stuff, but like if you don't have the confidence to like do things like that, then it just doesn't happen, right? And I think he was like just trying to push
Give you
me
that
even though I
push,
didn't
yeah.
have it anyways. And it was really nice. And I think I'll always be so thankful for those pushes.